Super informal. Yeah, wave to the ladies and gents over there. Just trying to get to know people better in the scene. So, yeah, can you introduce yourself? Name, tag?
My name is Patrick, aka Skinny_Pat. I've probably been around the scene for probably about 2 years, I would say. Not a lot of people think I'm actually like offline because COVID happened, but I actually didn't really play online that much at all. So I kind of just spawned in the scene, was like, yeah, I was gonna drive to every tournament I can.
Oh, man, well, I've been trying to learn a bit more about people. Got some questions.
Yep.
If you pull one out and it's too much, that's fine.
That's fine.
Grab another one. Good luck. Grab a card.
What was the most difficult thing you've ever had to do?
Oh, shit.
I would say ask my boyfriend to be in a poly relationship with me. It just took so many things to fall into place for that to even happen. Everyone in a lot of, society most days is like, oh yeah, monogamous, like you get married, you go and have kids, all that stuff, only with one partner and all that stuff. It was like a lot, going against what the normal social norms are, So.
What made it so difficult for you at the time? Did they know each other? Like, did you introduce them?
Well, unfortunately, it was like everyone has to know each other and all that stuff, and see if we could actually even, be compatible and stuff. So we had like this huge trial period where we just tried it out, and amazingly, we liked it. Like we were like, oh yeah, no, this is great. Like being in an open poly relationship is probably the best thing you can ask for.
We've talked about this before, actually, and off camera, and you mentioned there's a fair bit of distance between you guys.
Yeah, so I, obviously being in Australia, and them having to be in the US, and the fact that they're also in the US, they're on opposite sides of the US. So one's US East, and the other one's US West.
Dude, I find one relationship with one person in the same city hard enough. Wow.
No, there's a lot that we go through, but the thing is, just it only just proves how much we actually care for one another and how much effort we put into the relationship.
Interesting.
Considering all the trials and everything.
Well, yeah, thanks for being so open about it, man. All right.
You want any more questions?
I think I'll just do the one because we've got a few people to get through.
Yeah, no problems. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Have we met?
What's your name?
I'm Phycward. Martin, what's yours?
Patrick Beetman.
Oh, Patrick Beetman.
Yeah.
Cool. What's your tag?
Pat 2.
Pat 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I went to my tournament, there was already a Pat. So.
Bastard. I've got some cards here. Deep and meaningful questions. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Pull one out. See what you get.
If you and only you could see one measurement or statistic over everyone's heads, what would you want it to indicate?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, you got your health bar, your gamer tag. What would you want? Swear word count for the day? Nah.
I'm going to say whether they have a job or not.
Whether they have a job or not?
Yeah.
Interesting. What is it about that stat that you'd find so interesting?
Well, you could just automatically weed people out who maybe you shouldn't take their opinions as seriously as other people.
Which ones do you not take seriously?
The ones without a job.
Oh, the ones without a job.
I'm going to say, have they had a job? Rather than...
Have they had a job?
Yeah.
Right. Does that mean... And what counts as a job?
Working a decent amount. I'd say 3 or 4 days a week.
Okay. So at least 3
at least
quarters
part-time.
of full-time.
Yeah.
For how long though? Someone could have a job for a week.
Well, obviously, if they quit after a week, that doesn't count. But
that's not obvious.
Hey.
You never know. So I reckon that would be a good stat because if someone doesn't have a job, you don't accidentally go, "What do you do for work?" and then they feel really embarrassed.
Yeah, because they'd be like, "Oh,
yeah."
Otherwise, if I had to pick another answer, how much money they have on them right now?
On them?
Yeah,
in their account.
Oh, net, just total.
Yeah. How much money do they have to their name?
Interesting. Is that how you value people, Patrick? Nah.
Yeah, but it's like inverse. If you have more money, I like you less.
Ah, because you're like, I'm not sure if you're real.
Yeah.
There you go. That's interesting. I think I would put the percentage of questions they answer truthfully.
Like a like percentage.
Yeah, like an
Yeah.
honesty scale. To be like, okay, how likely is it that I could actually trust what this person says?
Is it like total in their life? Like does it
total?
really ever?
Total.
So someone, if they lied a bunch as a kid, they may never be redeemed.
Well, I reckon you would, because the average would even out. The longer you live, the more people you talk to, the more questions you answer.
Yeah, true.
But then is it lying if they say stuff that isn't correct, but they don't know it's correct?
Nah, that's not lying.
That's not lying. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no way of working that one out from this,
But the counter would know.
oh, no, that's broken. Because then you could learn information by trial and error.
That'd be sick.
That'd be busted.
Yeah.
That's game breaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We've gone too
And
deep.
then I'll get a job as a detective.
We've gone too deep. Check my hand. It's over. See ya. Hello.
Yeah, Scooch.
I'm Phycward.
Nice to meet you. I'm Superb.
Superb.
Yep, Superb guy.
Superb guy's the tag, and
Yeah.
then your name is
Lucas.
Lucas. Lucas, I've
Yep.
got a box full of questions.
Yeah.
Try and get to know people, what they think, how they feel about stuff.
All right.
Grab whichever one you like. If it's too crazy, you can put it back.
Would I date myself?
No.
Don't swing that way. That's not me.
Okay. I think maybe it's referring more to you as a person, your interests, your personality, that kind of stuff.
Nah.
Really?
I wouldn't. No.
Okay. Yeah. Why is that?
You know, trying to work on myself. I don't find myself, you know, I'm not the best I could be right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how I can, you know, become the best version of myself.
What does the best look like to you?
Friendly to people constantly, never toxic.
I think you're
Trying to work
friendly.
on that
Right.
for now.
Yeah, okay. For now. Like, if you lose a few games, it could be different.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So friendly, toxic, not toxic too often. What else?
Yeah. Just, you know, trying to understand others as well, because sometimes it's hard for me to understand
Yeah.
like how others are thinking and feeling.
Ooh.
So I'm not great at reading emotions.
It's hard, right? Yeah, unless someone puts a big face on, like, what kind of things do you do to help you notice those things?
Put myself in other people's shoes, or like try and think like them. Because, you know, sometimes you just got to sit back and realize you're also talking to another human being. They're like you.
Yeah,
So, you know,
definitely. And I guess just to cap it off,
yeah,
outside of Smash, for people to just know you from the game,
yeah,
what's something else you're really passionate about?
Tetris.
Tetris.
I love Tetris.
Sick.
Been
Okay.
playing. My parents have been divorced since I was 3, so it's been kind of hard. And I found Tetris when I was around 6, and I've always been like invested on how pieces move and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it's become something that I just do in my spare time when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling happy, whenever really. It's just, you know,
That's so cool.
always on the back of my mind.
Because you can just kind of zone out playing it.
Yeah,
hey? Just like
basically.
you're locked in, just focusing on the pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet, man. Well, nice meeting you again. And once again, for the camera, you saw it's Superb,
Superb guy,
and your name is
Lucas.
Lucas. Sweet. Cool.
Thank you.